So, anyways, SummerSlam is this is this weekend. It's this Saturday, and it's a really big pay-per-view. WWE is marketing it as such a big pay-per-view. It's a really damn good card, to be fair.
Very good.
Very, very good. And that is really awesome to see that they've actually taken the time to make this a really good card. I'm very interested in it because my boy Punk is back. But there's some other matches on here that are like, I feel like are underappreciated. Like for me, the main build for SummerSlam has been Punk and McIntyre. Just because I feel like that one has been built for a very long time. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the SummerSlam card and then predict our matches for this thing. Before I go any further, was Uncle Howdy and Chad Gable announced for this or no?
No, they're having actually a tag match. They're having a tag match next week, a 6-man tag without Uncle Howdy. So with the Creed brothers, Chad Gable, and then I think it's Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, and Joe Gacy. I think they just couldn't fit them on the card.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Like back in the Vince era, the card would be way too packed.
Yeah.
I love a tighter knit card.
Well, I also like a longer build because it's the same thing they did with like LA Knight and Logan Paul. They've been kind of building them for 2 pay-per-views. Like they could have put them on pay-per-views, but they're like, okay, let's just keep building, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say they were building it like LA Knight and Bray Wyatt, and I was
no.
I was like, yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
just throwing that out. So let's get into the big matches. I think this is all the matches. I don't know if there's any like shitty ones sprinkled out in there. I'm gonna focus on like the big 7.
Yeah, I think that's what I had too. I think there was like 7.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a pre-card or a kickoff or whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
not watching it. So we're kicking it off. Intercontinental Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has to kill this guy, right? Like, there's no...
Has to go over.
Like, there's no other way. I love Sami Zayn. It's insane to me, like, how fast people kind of turned on him with this title run.
I just think... I don't know. I'm a very big Sami Zayn fan, but I think it's hard because I do think surprisingly, and I don't know if it was surprisingly, and I did watch him a lot in NXT, but I didn't think he would get over as good as he is right now. Like Braun Breaker is getting over really well. Every time he comes out, people are barking.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, his spear is maybe getting a little overplayed for me. Like the run around camera angle. I know it's like a new camera angle and they're just like, it's cool for them. But I think he's done a really good job at building himself. Even though there was a little botch over this past week with him getting it back in the ring and then Sammy missing a clothesline, which I was like, whatever. But like, it didn't really matter that much because it was kind of fine. But I really think, yeah, it'll be like a good match. But I think like in the end, it needs to be like, oh shit, like Braun's that guy, you know? Kind of got to build him up in a way to where you're like, oh shit, that loss didn't really matter that much.
It wouldn't surprise me if you see a murder. Like, it's a squash.
I don't think it'll be a squash as much as I think it'll be like kind of like Roman and Sammy at Elimination Chamber. Where like Sammy still looks pretty tough, but Braun comes out still like Braun, you know? Like he'll come out still fucking looking big.
I mean, like when Braun Breaker was in NXT, like I really didn't give a fuck. I gotta keep it a buck. I did not care about this guy. Yeah, I don't. Whatever. I don't care. I think he's done a pretty good job. I really think they're just taking it off Sammy. I don't think they're rewarding Braun for how great of a job he's doing, even though I think he's doing a really good job. I think it's more of like people are just mad that Sami Zayn's the champion and they're gonna take it off him.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard. I think we've touched on this already, but I do think he shouldn't have been the guy to beat Gunther.
No, it should have been Chad Gable.
Yeah.
And it should have been a Chad Gable iconic babyface run. And if you were gonna have Sami Zayn win the title off Gunther, it should have been Chad Gable taking the belt off Sami Zayn by a heel turn immediately after.
Yep.
So like, I get it, and I understand. Like, it like on paper it makes sense, especially when not too long ago Sami Zayn was that guy. He was the most over person on the roster. I guess it was over a year ago, but I mean, it makes sense to me why they would want him to be the next like IC champion just to give him something.
Yeah.
But no, he needs to lose it. So I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker for this one.
Yeah, I'm Braun Breaker as well.
LA Knight versus Logan Paul. This one can go either way for me. I think it probably should be LA Knight though.
I think LA Knight should win, and I think he will win. I think how it's being booked is, I think they want another champion consistently around. And I think it's finally time to reward LA Knight for still being over. I think it's been like, he's been over now for like a year and a half. Like,
it's probably been longer, dude. I mean, when did Bray Wyatt pass away?
August last year. It hasn't even been a year.
It hasn't?
Nope.
Because when he passed away, I was in Washington, D.C. And I remember the promo that LA Knight did, and that was around the time he started really picking up traction.
Yeah, that was like beginning of September, end of August last year.
Okay. I mean, I think he's still over. I think that he this isn't the height of his.
No.
Like, he was definitely more over not long ago. However, I do think it's true where you don't want to lose this guy, and you not lose him, not by like to another company, but lose him in overness.
Yeah.
I think that you do, and you should reward him, and I think you should give him the title. However, if you did go the other route, like I as much as I'm not a fucking Logan Paul guy, I mean he's
great. It's just I do think I think the same thing is I know like I think they're trying to protect him from getting hurt, but I do think he said he was going to be around, and it's like he's had 2 title defenses.
Yeah, he I mean I think the whole point of putting the title on him, which in their defense was the right call, was that he takes it everywhere. And he does. It's on his podcast. He takes it to the Jake fights. He takes it everywhere. He holds it on interviews and stuff like that. But we've done that for a little bit now. I think it's time to get it off him.
Yeah, I think it's over.
I think inevitably he is going to go into the world title scene.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's going to be now.
No.
But if you were to say like, hey, we're going to give Logan Paul the world heavyweight title, that would not.
I could see him going against, and we'll touch on it later. I think Gunther's winning, but I could see him going against Gunther.
That wouldn't shock me either. I mean, I don't think Logan's ready for it yet. But it would not shock me to see him. I don't know what you do. The problem is like I don't know what you do with Logan after this. I think they're gonna feud for a little bit after this.
Yeah.
I just don't know what you do with Logan. But I mean, with John Cena,
they'll figure it out.
They'll figure something out. Women's Championship: Bayley versus Nia
Bianca
Jax.
Belair. Oh, is it? No, Nia Jax. I thought it was Bianca Belair. I could be wrong. I think it's not. Yeah, no, I think it is Nia Jax. I think you're right.
Jax. Stinker. I don't care. Bailey.
I don't care either, but Nia Jax winning and Tiffany Stratton cashing in. I just think that's what it is.
I don't care.
Oh, I don't care either. I'm just saying.
There's the next feud, the Women's World Championship feud.
Now I care.
I care about this one. Oh boy.
Now, whose side are you on? I want to see what side you're on before I decide.
From a storyline perspective, or from who's my mommy? You know what I'm saying?
Who's your mommy?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know who mommy is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, I have turned a new leaf. I have turned a new leaf.
Yeah.
I am a Liv Morgan supporter.
So in not joking sense,
I will never get over that video.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've used her and have attracted a lot of
great way.
Yeah, I've attracted a lot of horn dogs out there, into this one. However, like,
I want Liv Morgan to win.
I think she is going to win.
She's gonna win, and she's gonna win by interference
from Dominic Mysterio. I think Dominic's fucking over Rhea.
I don't know. I think Finn and JD will
fuck over Rhea.
I think somehow, some way, I think accidentally, and then later in the night they may fuck over Damian for real.
I wouldn't mind that. Like, I don't know what you do. I mean, I think Liv is probably winning here. I don't think Rhea comes back and wins the title immediately. On the real though, dude, if you're Buddy Murphy and on Monday you watch Rhea lick the side of Dom's neck, aren't you just like, wait?
But you got to admit, like, Dom's a badass. He's been to jail.
He has been to jail.
He's been to jail.
That's dirty Dom.
That's dirty Dom, I'm telling you.
By the way, he's got to cut that fucking mullet.
Dude, he's Eddie Guerrero's kid.
It looks stupid. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that took me so long to sit there and be like, yeah, that makes sense. Could he be? No. The big one. So Liv Morgan. We both got Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I think Liv Morgan.
All right. What do you do, Rhea?
What do you do? I think it'll continue.
Okay.
I don't think it's just gonna be a one-off. I think it'll be continuous.
I mean, you can't just have Rhea beat the fuck out of Dom.
No, I genuinely think there's gonna be like an interference, and then it's gonna continue. And I don't think it might be. I don't think they'll fight it next pay-per-view. I think they'll fight at the pay-per-view after that, which might be Bad Blood.
I think so.
So I think that would be a longer build again.
Charlotte Flair getting involved in this?
No, she's still surgery.
It's been a while.
Yeah, she's still doing rehab and stuff. But no, she won't get involved.
Has it been? It's been.
Yeah, but I saw her like still doing rehab like the other day.
Okay. I would hate for her to come in here and fuck this all up.
Oh yeah, I would hate it. I would hate it. Let's just say I also think, throwing it on an oddball, I think if John Cena's about to break the championship record when he comes back, I think somehow, some way, and this is not scripted, Ric Flair will storm into the place and try and screw him.
You think Charlotte
Montreal screw job, screw him?
You think we would like Charlotte Flair more under Triple H? You think like he would fix it? There's no fixing it. Is there?
There's no fixing, and I'll still stand by this. I partially hate Sasha Banks because of it when they were just going back and forth.
Yeah, it really soured me on both of them. I can't lie.
Like
But it
they be
soured me more on Charlotte
because
because
she became a 15-time
yeah, and
women's champion
was the
in
heel at the
3 years.
time, and everybody wants Sasha to be the champion.
She had 5 title reigns for 3 years straight.
Yeah. What? How many has she won? She have like 12 right now?
I think she's at 12. And it might be more.
It just
I don't think it's less than 12.
It's
Let's
a
just say
shame
that.
though, because realistically, if we're being honest, we're not being like harsh on her right now. She is the best women's wrestler on the planet.
You seen Nia Jax?
I have, yeah, and that she's fucking really good. It's just when she's on screen, I hate it. I hate it so much, and I don't ever want to look at it. I didn't feel that way about Ric Flair. I don't know. Oh, got an alarm going off here. Give me a minute. Thank you. Okay. The big one. Punk and Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins is a special guest referee. Is Seth still hurt? Did he wrestle? I don't think he wrestled, did he?
No, he did wrestle. He wrestled last pay-per-view against Damian.
He did?
Yeah, and then that's how Drew McIntyre came in for the triple threat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then Punk screwed him, and then that's how he's in this story.
They've fucked each other off so many times, I can't remember. But they've been jerking each other off so many times.
A little weird.
Yeah, bad phrasing.
This is one where I'm very up in the air because I don't think Punk really needs it.
I think Drew McIntyre's winning.
I think Drew McIntyre's winning, but I don't really think any of them need anything. You know what I mean? Like, they're all there.
Well, I think that's a testament to how well they built this.
Yeah.
Is no matter who wins, they're all going to come out looking great.
Yeah.
And I don't see a world like I think it's going to be Seth Rollins is going to curb stomp Punk.
I do too.
And fuck Punk over. I could see Drew and Punk still fighting after this. I could see a triple threat thing.
I could see a triple threat.
I would like that a lot. I think that this is going to turn into like a Seth and Punk feud eventually. I think it's going to be Punk and Drew, then it'll be Punk, Drew, and Seth, and then it'll be Punk and Seth, and Drew will go do something else. Probably go.
You know what I can also see? I can also see Punk making his entrance and saying, "It's clobbering time," and then jumping into the stands and then breaking his leg. Because, he's done that.
It's his foot, actually, that he broke.
Oh.
He jumped into the crowd and smacked it on the guardrail as hard as he could. And then he came back after so long and tore his tricep in a match versus Jon Moxley. And then he went away and he came back again as the real world champion. Had some incredible matches with Samoa Joe. Left AEW, came back.
Did he leave AEW?
I think it's a complicated situation. I think technically he was fired, but I don't think he was really
Cry
there.
me a river.
Yeah. We're Punk fans, by the way.
Yeah, we are.
Love
Fuck
the
Jack Perry.
AEW is trash right now because that whole situation was fucking hilarious. I am worried that Punk, like, his injuries worry me a lot. And I'm hoping that does not continue to be an issue. I don't know. The only thing that really gives me hope is that little span in AEW when he did come back after the brawl out situation, and he was pretty good. But like tearing your tricep in the Royal Rumble is not great. it also does make me I'm not as nervous about it because he has been getting physical during his rehab. Um, even though he wasn't clear to compete, he still has been.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good, even if, because the thing is I know he can still wrestle. My thing is I'm not even worried about the wrestling. I think the storyline will tell itself.
Yeah, I think
Will find itself.
I think they're gonna. I don't think
it'll be cinema.
Yes, and I'm actually very excited for it.
Now, so we both got Drew.
It wouldn't surprise me if Punk won, but I think that like the way to continue this is if Drew wins.
Can we speak about real cinema?
That's not the next. I know where you're going with this. Not next. Gunther.
Oh, I'm actually excited about this match.
I don't care. Get the belt off Damian Priest.
See, but the thing is I watch weekly. I actually really think Damian Priest has done well. I know he's been a throwaway champion, kind of, but he has shown that like he should be taken serious.
He's a great wrestler.
Well, dude, he's like great on the mic. Like I genuinely think I think him and Gunther will put on a banger, and I think Finn will come and screw Damian.
I think it'll be a really good match. I think he should go. I think it'd be a really good match, and Damian would be a great Intercontinental Champion.
I think Finn will screw Damian. I think that's kind of set.
I think that's a possibility. I mean, for me, like, it's baffling to me how, like, if you would have had anybody win the Money in the Bank at a Judgment Day, I would have had Damian Priest win it. Or not Damian Priest. I would have had Dominic win it. Just because he was over as a heel and the kid can wrestle. It surprises me that Finn didn't Finn's really not the leader in that group. He's kind of like a lackey.
But I think that's what's kind of making this like rise up of him again work.
I think and he did just sign a contract. I think that he should screw over Damian. And I think that he should bring the demon back, and it should be a fucking purple-looking demon. And I think it should be... Man, like, I don't want to waste Finn Balor. And I feel like Finn Balor has been getting wasted. However, it's not like there is a lot of room for... There's just not...
Again, I think Triple H has done a good job making everyone feel important.
Yes.
So I think this was purposeful that they're building him again.
You think the Judgment Day just explodes after this?
Yeah.
Like, there's no... I mean, to be fair, where are they going to go?
I think they've had their time to shine.
Who's the tag team champions? Is Finn still the tag team champion?
Finn and JD. But they are in... I think there's like a tournament for them. That like they're supposed to compete on Monday after. I could be wrong. But no, that's for the SmackDown. So never mind. Yeah, they just are. I don't know if they have a tournament or anything.
We gotta get the belts off them.
Yeah.
I'll probably put it on Chad.
Carlito and JD. Carlito has been fucking funny.
Yeah, I've seen that. Jesus. Yeah, I got.
So we both think Gunther.
Yeah, I got Gunther.
Cinema.
Yeah.
Let's get to the cinema of the night.
You want to know my prediction?
He's
not coming back.
Don't do that to me.
He's not coming back. I really don't think he's coming back. I don't think Dwayne's coming back.
Dude.
I don't see it.
There's no way they're not.
I mean, like,
Dwayne just got done rapping.
Dwayne's definitely not. There's no chance that Dwayne's coming back. I just don't believe it. Like, Roman, maybe. But
I think you're the only one that I've heard that doesn't think Roman's coming back.
I just think that everybody thinks he is. And I just don't buy it. Like, why, realistically, think about it this way. Why is Roman pissed off at them again?
Because he was literally taken away as tribal chief by him and maneuvered in a way that basically Solo has been going on his own. Like, he kept saying that Roman was telling him this stuff, but he wasn't. Then he took out Paul Heyman, which is considered his, like, family.
Well, who did they? I understand he beat the shit out of Paul Heyman. And I understand that he's calling himself the tribal chief now or whatever. Yes. But didn't he say that Roman is like his leader still?
No. He's saying he's the tribal chief.
Well, why?
And he's taking orders from the, what did they call it? They call it some certain name because they've said it over the past 4 or 5 years. But basically, like, the older Samoans.
The Grand Elder or the...
Yeah, the elders. The elders. That's what they call them. And I think he's referring the elders is The Rock.
I mean, that would be cool. And I understand.
Bring back Roman.
I'm telling you.
The greatest title reign of all time.
I'm telling you right now. Do you actually think, like, you think that Rock's... I could see Roman, maybe.
Rock is 50-50 for me. Roman is 99% to me. I think it'd be hard. And you know what? I'll say this. If they don't main event, Roman's not coming back.
I want him to come back.
You don't want him to come back?
No, I want him to come back.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we're gonna have a problem. I was gonna hang up on the Zoom call real quick.
But you
get in my car, drive down the street, put your ass through that table in front of you.
To me, you get one or the other. You're not getting both.
Right now, I just think that would have been the case if WWE wasn't like it is right now.
All right. So Cody's winning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure we're on the same page there.
I think it could be up in the air of how he wins.
Yeah.
But I think it could be a DQ.
Yeah.
But he is winning.
The best thing we could get here is Roman comes out and spears Solo, and that's how Cody wins. He pins him.
So the best thing that I would love, let's say fantasy book, okay? I would love for the bloodline to come down, the new bloodline, and then Randy and Kevin Owens, and the bloodline smashes them, the Randy and Kevin, okay? And then The Rock comes out, and you're like, oh crap, like that's The Rock. And then, the bloodline kind of like back up, and this is kind of the end of the match. And then all of a sudden Roman's music hits. And he comes down, and he's not just like Tribal Chief Roman, like he's beginning of Tribal Chief Roman. Like the one where like he's just kicking people's ass for fun. Tribal Chief. And he's backing up Cody.
What are the chances? Like the real life chances that you get real ones versus the bloodline?
I think very likely.
In War Games.
I think very likely, especially with how they've been putting Jey Uso with Sami Zayn right now.
Like you get The Rock in it?
Yeah.
You think so?
I actually do, because
good to be true.
No, I genuinely think you could, because like realistically, look at all the things that are happening right now. Okay, it is not a coincidence they're putting Jey Uso with Sami Zayn.
Well, I mean, I think that the bloodline. I think who's Tamatanga, Tongaloa, Solo Sikoa, Rock. That's 4.
Fatu.
And Fatu, 5.
And Tongaloa would be the guy that wouldn't be in it.
Who's in Rockhead or Roman would have Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso,
Sami Zayn, Roman.
Yeah, Roman, Jay, Jimmy, Sammy.
Yep, and then it would be Rock, Solo, Fatu, and one of the Tongas.
You don't think it would be 5v5? You think it would be 4v4?
Even if you do that, you put the other Tonga, and I could see them putting Cody Rhodes. I could also see them putting.
You could go hard,
dude. I'm telling you, because the thing is like, then that gets Cody out of having a new challenger, which is good because Cody's been fighting every pay-per-view. You also get that kind of like respect thing for Roman and Cody, where later down the line you could do a Cody versus Roman 3.
I mean, here's why I have trouble believing it, is because it's so perfect and it's so good. Like that War Games match, especially if you throw Cody in it and you make it a 5v5, dude, print fucking money. But it's just too good to be true for me that you get Dwayne.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the hard part, is there's a fantasy booking aspect of it too, because they've been talking about a 6th member. The guy, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, and then the 6th member of Roman's team, My Music hits.
Yeah.
And then I come out.
Yeah.
And I'm in the ones. I'm in the ones.
You're in his ass.
I'm with Roman.
With Roman? Like you're with him? Like you're dating Roman? That's crazy. We need to wrap this up because I need to go mow the lawn. All right. That's our SummerSlam predictions. You're gross, man. Grow up. All right.
Stretch, not sketch.
Jesus. All right. Peace.